Apex Mobile did just release, and it is something. I mean, we both have played it,
Yeah, I
and
played it after like I had some friends who were just like, I played Apex Mobile, it's alright. I'm like, really? And I went to go download it. I did the training, and I was like, fuck, I hate this.
it's kind of what we thought. I mean, this is in no ways a review. This is just like initial impressions after like maybe an hour or two of playing.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead. Like, tell me, like, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you think of Apex Mobile?
so there's a lot of things that my initial thoughts. I booted it up, and things are playing the trailer and stuff. I'm like, okay, it looks like Apex, even like we saw last week on screen. On stream,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like
Yeah.
Apex. Cool, looks like Apex. I
Yep.
go to the tutorial, and it's kind of jarring. I've never had this experience. It's almost like trying to relearn. Now, I don't play a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't play mobile
Yeah.
games. I'll be
Yeah.
very clear. I don't play PUBG. I don't play Warzone or any of these things on mobile. But it felt like I was trying to learn 3D controls for the first time. I'm talking about like I'm trying to figure out how to use two analog nubs,
Yeah. Except it's worse than that because it's a touchscreen.
and it was a little bit jarring in that sense. And so you can still slide hop. The sliding was fine, but you can either flick up to hop
To jump.
or
Yeah.
which doesn't seem like it works. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. It seemed like it kind of worked sometimes. It didn't. But right above there, there's a button that says jump, so you can do
Yeah.
that too. My issue with this game is that there are too many buttons on the screen. There are a
I
lot
think
of
it's because there's, yeah, a lot of it is for shooting as well because they're like, do you want to hip fire? Do you want to aim down like using your scope or yeah.
yeah, hip fire, aim down scope, or aim down scope while shooting. Like and they're in weird positions too. One of them is
Yeah,
right
also
above.
it's like, oh, like you only aim when you're firing or you aim without firing. Yeah.
So it
Yep.
it, it was it was that. And I was surprised and honestly, I think that they've done a great job in some of the aspects in terms of looting. A lot of that is automatic.
Yeah,
A
the
lot of
looting is
modes,
pretty the looting is good, honestly, I got to admit.
yeah, a lot of the modes.
It'll smartly bring your upgrades to the top so you can quickly grab like better mags, better barrel stabilizers for your gun and stuff.
Yeah, even better. Like a lot of it just does, even without bringing it to the top, it'll just grab it for you.
I think
Doors open automatically. And
yeah.
I'm sure you can turn some of that stuff you can turn off, but
I think I would like that feature to be added to Apex proper. The one where if you have an upgrade for your gun, that moves to the top of the selection of the bin you're opening.
Yeah. I think the most jarring thing outside of the controls, and I've got some footage on screen just running, was the fact that you just couldn't move.
Yeah.
and shoot like
I know what you're saying.
accurately.
Yeah,
And
I know exactly.
I'm running this on a Pixel 5. I know you I think have it on an iPhone maybe, or you were playing on a tablet. I mean, was it
I was running
smooth
it on
for
my
you?
iPhone. Oh, it's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, the game was running smooth
Yeah.
for me too. I just felt like I couldn't. I feel like I'm supposed to stop and shoot and not move.
And not like, okay, sure. Okay, so here's my, if I had to sum it up into like a single like thought, it's just like they did a very, very good job of making Apex Legends for a mobile device. Like the legend abilities, the legends, the way the game plays, the map is World's Edge. It's just,
World's
you
Edge.
know,
They animate
so
very
they-
fine.
they did,
They animate
yeah.
really nicely actually. All the characters.
they did an extremely good job of bringing Apex Legends to a mobile device, and that's kind of where I have this problem where my brain when I go to play is like, oh, this is Apex Legends. Like you know how to play this game. Like you know, like
but your fingers don't know how to play this game.
yeah, it's like, oh, this is just Apex Legends. You play this for hours a week. Like you know how to move. You know how to like do tiny advanced things like air strafing and tap strafing and that kind of stuff, right? You know how to do this.
Exactly.
But when you go to play this on the fucking mobile game, the mobile version, you can't move the way you normally can. You can't control the way you normally can. And it looks so close to the actual game that your brain is just like, what's wrong? Like something is wrong. Like this doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's a weird thing where some of the things on screen have prompts. So like when you go to loot a box, there's a prompt on screen to loot it. It's a little small icon.
Yeah.
But what's strange to me is like the first thing I tried to do on a lot of these items was tapping the items to pick them up. like tapping on the screen,
Oh,
and it just maybe there's a setting for it because there's a lot of settings. Like if you want to customize this game,
you can
it's
customize the HUD. Yeah, you can really customize the HUD,
bro.
which is cool. Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it at the end of this video. You can customize so much stuff about this game that it doesn't even. I don't even know why I would be playing it on phone with all like it's insane. This is the amount of customizations that they put into this. But yeah, it was weird. I was like, I tried to tap on that shield, and I'm like, I can't pick it up. How do I pick up the shield? And it's like, oh, it'll automatically pick it up for you if you don't have it.
Yeah, I'm like watching the footage right now, and it's frustrating because you're not turning and moving at the same time.
I told
you're
you,
looking
like,
down a lot. Yeah, and then you're doing like it looks like you're running forward and then turning and then running forward again.
I told you, I am learning how to like. I felt like I'm learning how to play a 3D game
use
for the
a controller
first time,
again for the first time. Yeah,
for the first time, like, and it's. I would find myself like, okay, I want to jump, I want to do this, but I wouldn't because I would tap the wrong button, and that, like I said, we said it. You can move a lot of stuff here and there in different areas, but yeah, I know people will probably want to know about the progression, which you only have Octane and I think Bloodhound at first, and then the more you play, the more you level up, which is like, you know, you'll keep unlocking new legends. So you get Lifeline and Bangalore. They unlock that way. So you'll eventually get all the legends, and they're not trying to kind of like, I don't know, hide them or lock them behind in too much stuff. But it's kind of weird just not like running in a game and only seeing 2 legends potentially through the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is. This is when Apex was a brand new game. It was, you had your OG team, your roster. Like originally when Apex launched, there was a lot of Bloodhound, Wraith, and Pathfinder, right?
Yeah.
Like that was the squad.
The broken tier kids.
Yeah, so I think I would have less of a problem with the game. Like personally, I think I'm glad. Actually, I am glad that the game launched the way that it is. Like it's such a good recreation of Apex Legends. I'm actually happy that they managed to. Yeah, I'm happy that they managed to do it. But like me personally, I would have so much less of a problem with the game if it just didn't really look like Apex. Like an example is for me is like Rocket League. So there's actually a mobile version of Rocket League, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not quite the same as Rocket League because it's for a mobile device. So now it's from the side. It's like a side-scrolling kind of, not side-scrolling, but it's a side perspective Rocket League, right?
Okay, it's a different. So it's a little different.
Yeah. So instead of being 3D, so you're behind your car, right, and you're in like the Rocket League arena. It's just like you're. It would be like it's like soccer and foosball. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like
it's like that. Yeah. So that's what it is for like for Rocket League. But like for me, if it was like that, I would have so much less of a problem because I'm like, oh, it's like baby Apex or something like that. Like I mean, like it's not Apex, it's just like mobile Apex. It's Apex mobile.
That would help because I mean, here's the thing: it does feel like a different type of Apex in the sense that you can do third person. So if you want to, if you want to queue up for just third person games, it'll lock you into that. And if you want to do first person, then it'll lock you into games with first person. But like you said, yeah, the way a lot of things are kind of laid out, though, you do feel like you just are playing Apex Mobile from the way the battle pass looks and is laid out to the way the weapons, all the menus, and it's very congruent. And the footage that I have that I took was actually on like I guess standard graphics. There is. And I'm going to see if I can just fast forward here really quickly because that's just going to go over to the battle pass. So if you want a battle pass, that's all there. These options, I went to options just thinking there would be a couple. Advanced
there's a ton. There's a lot. Yeah, it's very customizable.
It's down to your ADS mode. To the control.
There's a ton, yeah.
There's a controller layout if you want to hook up your controller or anything like that, like a PlayStation, Xbox controller, that's there.
I might, honestly, I think if I plugged in a controller, I would probably enjoy it way more.
You probably would, but then you'd be saying like, why the heck am I playing this on my phone?
Yeah, why don't I just play like actual Apex? Yeah.
But you know what? It's not, maybe that's like for us, it's not for us because we know there's a lot of people who maybe they don't have a PC and but they have a phone. Or a tablet, and they
don't have a PC and also don't have a console, and they just want to play Apex.
I mean, the world is a big place, and like you were saying, I have the options on screen in terms of like how you can rearrange the HUD. Well, you can rearrange the HUD any way you want to. There's a lot of different buttons on the screen at any given time that you can
you can move that
on.
around. You can change the size of each button as well. It's pretty cool, honestly.
I mean, at least they did a solid right there in terms of making sure that everyone, you can play the game.
It's like comfortable to you. Yeah.
It's gyroscope settings. I didn't even realize there were gyroscope settings until now.
They have it for the Switch. The Switch version has gyroscope aiming a little bit. You can do fine corrections with the gyroscope.
Oh, okay. What I am wondering about,
smart, honestly.
What I'm wondering about is the graphics quality. So, like I said, I have it on normal, but there's also HD, Ultra HD, and Original. I want to try Original just to see where.
That sounds fucking dude. Yeah, maybe if you're playing on like an iPad Pro or something. Yeah.
There's just like post processing. There's so much stuff in here that I was honestly impressed, and I know that while it isn't for me, I honestly could say like, if you want to play this on mobile or tablet, take the time to download.
I'm glad there's also colorblind settings as well. Yeah.
Do they have? There's colorblind settings in the original.
There's colorblind
right?
settings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is, yeah.
I'd say, just my honest opinion, take the time, go into the settings. If you find like it's not good for you, make it good for you. Like,
yeah,
just go and make it, because I believe honestly, if you put a little effort into it, you can get a comparable Apex experience, if not the same.
It looks really good. Yeah, it's just
Apex.
worlds. It's not like nerfed in any kind of way. Like, it's straight up legitimate, just like World's Edge, the same legends, the same legend abilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same guns and everything. Like, it's just straight up Apex Legends on a mobile device, which in itself is pretty amazing.
Exactly.
I personally have a hard time enjoying it because I want to be able to play it like I usually play it, and I can't, and that's why it's irritating.
But that's pretty much it. There is one new legend that they did add. I didn't unlock him to play him, so I can't really speak to him. Fade. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like, "What the heck? We got this dude. He has pretty cool abilities. It looks like."
I think he's a mobile first legend. I think he's gonna come to PC later. I think
it'll be interesting. It would honestly be really interesting if they had mobile legends and PC legends.
You mean like mobile only legends?
Only exclusive
legends.
Ones. Exclusives, like
it's possible, maybe, because the fact that a mobile device is just a different beast entirely from a console or PC, in terms of how you can, like, the skill ceiling rather is a little bit higher. Let's say on a console or a PC, right?
Right.
Like, I don't think you're going to be able to like tap strafe on Apex Mobile. You just can't be able to do it, right? So I think balancing might be. We might see balancing be a little bit different on mobile and not mobile. So, like, let's say the R99, for example, might be a little more powerful on Apex Mobile or something, or a little more nerfed, or the Kraber there'll be some extreme aim assists, for sniper rifles on Apex Mobile or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
There might be different balancing, and if the balancing goes in such big directions, then maybe they might have mobile only legends to, I don't know, to like to play to that, I guess. Yeah.
So it's like I said, I honestly, I think that it's not too late. Like, I think there's a huge Apex community. I think a lot of people in certain regions might this is their Apex, and
it's possible. Yeah, I agree.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I don't see people like us, like people who are used to playing either on console or playing on, non-console PC. Sorry, I don't think any of us are going to move over. It doesn't feel like a game
I don't think so. Yeah,
that you want to play on your break, right? I think Call of Duty or something is more straightforward. Go shoot. Now there are deathmatch. There are a couple modes in here. Team deathmatch, free for all. I don't know if there's not a capture the flag, but team deathmatch, random respawn, team deathmatch, arenas. Like there's a lot of modes on here that you can kind of get that fix in if you want to do that. But I don't know if I would hit the battle royale. But hey, I mean, people, you're free to do what you want to do when you play Apex Mobile. Just enjoy it. I think don't force yourself to play it, and don't poo-poo on it, because I think we didn't say anything about the performance issues being bad. I didn't have any performance issues.
That's
the
fine,
animations were clear. Everything looked fine. So from a game running smoothly, they did a great job.
I think, like, if anything, if I were to play it, I would definitely play it like on the train if I'm like super bored.
Very bored.
And, you know what I mean? And like I'm going into the city and I'm like, yeah, I have 20 minutes to kill. I'm gonna play a battle royale
On the train.
Yeah, maybe, because like when you hop on the train, you go into the city, you go into Tokyo for whatever reason. What are you doing? Are you listening to music, or are you Reddit? Like, how do you spend 20 minutes? What are you doing?
I'm usually sleeping or listening to music.
Yeah, I'm always listening to music, and I'm like on Reddit or Twitter. But if for some reason I'm just like nothing good is on Reddit or Twitter or whatever, and I don't want to watch a video on YouTube, I'm like, sure, well, you know what, battle royale, let's do it. Like, maybe I could, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a bumpy ride, so
yeah,
there you go.